All right, last year we sucked, but this year, and I've already made my picks,
Okay.
and some of these are based on some Zips. I'm going to throw in some Zips um, predictions as well for you too. So I'm going to throw those in. So first off, first question we have is a yes, no. We have 5 predictions for the season. Yes or no. At the All-Star break, the Giants will be a top 6 seed in the National League. Remember, there's 6
Oh
seeds to get
man.
into the playoffs. So at the All-Star break,
Yes.
the Giants will be top 6. Yes or no?
I am going to say, man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I want to. Why don't can we end with that one? And so you
Yeah,
gave it to me,
absolutely.
but let's end with it because what I want to do is while we're talking, I want to look at the rest of the teams in the
Okay.
NL and see who I think that they could possibly beat before I
Now,
answer.
now, just to give you a kind of a heads up too, Zips has the Giants at the end of the season as the 6th seed based on
I saw that their
standings.
number kept going up.
Yeah. So they're at 83 wins is what Zips has the Giants at, which would put them in the 6th seed. That's at the end of the season though. So the question would be, will they be in the top 6 at the All-Star break? So let's hop on to the next one.
Okay.
Over under. Here's your favorite. We're on stolen bases. Over under, because last year the Giants had 57 stolen bases. That is good for 30th out of 30
Oh my
teams in
god.
Major League Baseball. Dead last. Over under 99.5 stolen bases this year. So we're looking at getting, 43 more stolen bases.
I still think under.
Could they do it? Under.
I still think under.
I like this comment we have here too.
No, so so we had a listener said we should ask Ipe what
there
he
you go.
believes, and then we just do the opposite on his bets.
Guaranteed wins. Good job, Haruku.
Okay, so let me
Appreciate it.
tell you why I'm going under.
Okay.
I think Tyro will still steal. He'll steal a handful for sure, and I think Jung-Hoo will steal a few for sure.
Absolutely.
But outside of that, who's going to steal bags? I guess Chapman will steal a few. I don't know anybody else though.
Solaire's not going to.
He's not.
Tom Murphy's not going to.
Yaz and Slater. Slater may steal a few. Yaz has had leg injury. Maybe Matos. I still think they're on the end of the slow guys. I mean, Wilmer is going to steal about -7, so you have to subtract 7 bags off of whatever their number is.
Yeah. Let me throw this at you though. They have let me oh, I got to pull it up again. I got to look at the Zips projections for the Giants. Let me pick the Giants here. They have and I was going to throw this as a question, but I thought I don't like this question at all. They have Tyler Fitzgerald playing 124 games for the Giants this year.
So they don't think Nick Ahmed or maybe even one of the outfielders,
Conforto, possibly even Conforto, and they're not maybe factoring in Luis Matos, even though they do have Luis Matos playing 132 games.
That's interesting.
So they have Matos stealing 10 bags and Fitzgerald stealing 15. So I'll just throw that out there. So if Tyler Fitzgerald gets some playing time,
Tyler Fitzgerald, if he was able to ultimate pinch runner for Wilmer, he could probably steal about 100 bags.
How about designated runner for Wilmer?
That's what I meant.
Wilmer's speed in MLB The Show 24. It is 12. And it is painful. That's out of 99. It is extremely painful.
No, I think is it in 99? Because I know some of the hitting ones, it goes up to 125.
Oh, it can go up to that if you have the busted, all the other stuff. But stealing bases is 99.
12.
When he's on base, I'm like, come on, man.
I feel like that would be that might be my base running speed in MLB The Show. 12.
Somebody asked the other day what mine, they said, what would your speed be now? Even though I'm 50, I said I would be 70. I would be a 70. I still have the wheels, but instead of 70, because I'm an idiot, I picked 69 because I think it's gonna pass. So that's what I did.
And, you're probably a smarter base runner these days. You know how to get a little bit better
That's
jump
true.
than you did when you were in your 20s.
That's true. Although my hip would probably be like, dude, like a 40.
Yeah, if you could just go one time, if you just had to run the bags one time to get your rating, you could get up to 69, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. All right, so you've got a no, you've got an under on that. I
I got an
also
under.
chose under because I think they're gonna find more stolen bases, but I think they're gonna get closer to like 85, 90. I know the 99.5 was shooting a little high, but middle of the pack last year was 115. That was the 15th team in the league had 115 stolen bases. So,
I
all right,
mean, maybe
next.
they could trade for somebody.
Yeah, it's possible. So over under 20.5 starts for Kyle Harrison this season. Now we're just talking
20.5.
starts in the majors. We're not talking innings. We're not talking, Zips has him at 28 starts.
Okay.
But here's the catch. Zips also has him at 106 innings pitched
Oh my gosh.
in
So they're at
28
like 4
starts.
innings a start, 4.5 innings a
Pretty
start.
much. Yeah.
I'm gonna go over. I
Well,
think as long as he's not hurt, it's gonna be one of those things where they're gonna want to really get him those reps. And
yeah.
again, now he can always get hurt. There can always be some fatigue and maybe shut him down. But I think if he's battling and he's competing, even if he's not pitching well, I think you run him out there. Now the flip side is that he actually does pitch well, and he's a great rookie for the team, and he goes out there 30 some odd times
Yeah.
and throws 165 70 innings. So you know what's kind of funny? They have Blake Snell and Kyle Harrison on the same team. What the hell?
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
like these freaky lefties who have these crazy pitches, and they only expected to go 5 innings every
Yeah,
start.
exactly. And then that's the thing too, is like if the Giants can somehow mix that up, I know we're going, Webb, Harrison, Hicks, 1, 2, 3 to start the season. So if they can get Snell in there and they can go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left,
Yeah.
then you're going to have some fun against some of the teams that we haven't had a chance to do in the past. But yeah, I know funky lefties are kind of a fun deal.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's always a chance the Giants could have 2 of the top 3 National League Cy Young Award finalists and a top Rookie of the Year finalist in either Jung-Hoo Lee or Kyle Harrison, and possibly Luciano if, things pan out. Or because I don't think Matos is not eligible. You know what? I don't even know if Luciano is eligible. I'll have to look that
I
up.
think he has to be eligible.
He's still, but I don't think Matos is.
So I have an answer to your yes or no top 6.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna say yes, because I
Okay.
took a look at some of the teams. Now, Shelvin, his D-backs, I'm going to assume the D-backs have a good year based off of last year's World Series appearance. And I have them as number 2 behind the Dodgers. Now, this is all reliant on the Padres just going like, you know what, guys? Machado, we're just going to sell off. Like, we're going to regroup for next year. But if you go Braves, obviously. Now, the Marlins were decent last year. But if you go Braves, Phillies in the East, you go Cards, maybe you go Cubs. I'm not sure about the Central. I have to really look at those teams. The Reds are going to be fun.
Brewers are okay.
But they gave up Burns.
Yeah.
And it's like Dodgers, D-backs, Giants. So the Giants may be 6, they may be 8, they could be 5. I'm just going to say yes because my hope is that they start well. And if they fade, I would expect them to fade late.
Right.
Rather than early. So
But they do get pitching reinforcements late too.
Yeah,
Which is
Robbie
nice. Although,
Ray,
but
Cobb.
and we could be looking in May. We could be looking at Webb, Snell, Harrison, Cobb.
Here's the thing. So you and I are going to a game on a Wednesday night and a Thursday afternoon.
Mhm.
What if we got like Webb Snell? That would be
Ooh,
awesome.
man, that
I
would
mean,
be nice.
even if it's Hicks Harrison, it's still super
Oh,
fun.
yeah, absolutely.
Like that's the thing is, Cobb is reliable. I saw him almost throw a no-hitter last year. So
Yeah.
like
That's like the heyday of the Giants. When you would go to a Giants game, you could get Timmy, you could get Mad Bum, you could get Kane, you could get good or bad Jonathan Sanchez, one
yeah.
or the other. It doesn't matter.
Vogel's song, depending
Fogey.
on
Yeah.
enchiladas that he ate that day.
So far, I also said over to Kyle Harrison's 20.5 starts because I think he's a bulldog, but yeah, I think they're going to limit his innings, but they're not going to limit his starts.
What if?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say Cobb is back, Ray is back, and they got basically 6 starters instead of 5.
Mhm.
What if the deal is like Harrison goes 4, Hicks comes in and goes 4, and then we turn it over to closer? That would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, that'd be nice because then you'd be going funky lefty with some dirty, nasty strikeout stuff. Then you're going, high-powered right-hander with dirty, nasty strikeout stuff. And then you're going to Camilo Doval coming in with the orange lights and the spotlight on him.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, you're gonna have spotlight on the closer coming in now on Camilo. I mean, the entrance for Camilo is gonna be insane. I
Yeah.
think Pavs and Cole Kuiper were alluding to the fact that when Pablo plays tomorrow night, there's a good chance that maybe he takes the mound and get a little spotlight on him.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, so that'll be kind of fun. So you and I have the same on everything so far.
Okay.
So, all right. We got to mix it up here somehow.
Okay.
So over under 65.5 home runs for a combo of Soler, Chapman, and Conforto.
Ooh.
And
See,
I almost put in Matos.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Soler 29.5 because that is like the magic number for him. Yeah. Like, can anybody really hit 30 home runs as right-handed hitter?
I didn't put that because I know we all want to say over. So
okay. Here's some optimism.
Okay.
This is very reliant on Conforto actually playing good baseball this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over.
Okay.
Can we get let's say Soler is between 25 and 30.
Right.
Then you just need 15-ish from the other two guys.
Exactly. You need, and Chapman hit 17 last year. So you need him to hit 17, and you need Conforto to just have a season where he hit 17. What did he hit last year, Conforto? I think he hit also close to 15.
Good question.
Let's look it up. Last year he hit. Well, he didn't hit 147 home runs. That's his total. He hit 14 last. No, I'm sorry. He hit 15 last year. So I mean, we're talking 15 plus 17 plus whatever Soler hit last year. Oh God, I gotta do math here.
I'm going 25 or more for Soler. I don't think he's gonna hit 35 bombs. I just think it's just a little difficult, and the expectations are high, and he's a little older, and there may be some injury things. But I'm going 25 for him for sure.
Okay.
So if you go 17 and 18, then we're right there.
Well, let's look at last year. So last year, 17 and 15 is 32 plus 36 for Soler. You're looking at 68. So 68, and I put it at 65.5. So you're saying over. I also said over. So far, neither one of us can win this thing.
All right. Well, let's go to the last one, and I'll make sure I choose the opposite of what you chose.
You don't want to choose the opposite. I'm just going to let you choose what you want to choose. And if we need a tiebreaker, I'll come up with a tiebreaker. And the next time we do our show, I'll have a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Over under 85.5 wins this season.
Gosh, that's like the perfect number.
Yeah. Zips has us at 83.
I'm
That's
going
why I picked it. That's why I picked 85.5, because that 86 is kind of the sweet spot for the 16 playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna say over, and I'm gonna say they're gonna win 87 games, actually,
Okay.
because
Let's
I
do this. You picked 87. I also picked the over, and I picked actually 89 wins.
Oh, wow.
So
So you're even
whoever's
more optimistic than
closest.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whoever's closest is going to get that.
All right. 89 would be a fantastic season, I think.
Yeah. That'd be a great season.
87 would be really, really solid for
Yeah.
us, and
That
I
probably
would
a
I would
playoff.
assume we make the playoffs with 87 wins, and with
Oh,
89
yeah.
wins, I'm sure we make the playoffs. So
Yeah, absolutely.
there's no fun in going like, oh yeah, the Giants are going to win 77 games.
No, who's going to pick that? Come on.
Nobody.
You know who's going to pick that? Mets fans.
Yeah,
That's who's
exactly.
going to pick that.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think it is imperative for Farhan Zaidi to have a good season, which means when it comes down to it, if the Giants are sniffing the playoffs, he knows that his future is not long if they don't play well.
Yeah.
He's going for it, right? And
Yeah,
they will
there's
make
going to be some playoff. Some trade deadline moves. Did you see Jim Bowden predicted that we were going to trade for Vlad Jr.
Oh my god.
and his last year of, because I guess he has one more year of control, that we were going to try to get Vlad Jr. At the trade deadline this season. So,
Wow.
I don't know. That'd be a
That'd
big
be
move.
crazy.